It's time now for the Troup Tigers Coaches Corner on WELR Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live to Johnny's New York-style pizza in LaGrange to give you the inside scoop on Troup Tigers football.
And welcome to the Troup High Coaches Corner here live Thursday night at Johnny's Pizza. No, it's not Monday night. It's Thursday night. We would have been here Monday night, but there's a big wind blowing through named Irma. So we decided to postpone it and come on out here to tonight. And, man, there's a great crowd again, Coach.
A big crowd. I couldn't find a parking spot. I had to get in the back somewhere today. I guess you snooze, you lose.
I guess so. Well, you know, they always
I guess everybody was here to see Pete and Coach Burks. And
I guess so. We just get the leftovers. Is that what you're saying? They just still here eating. That's good. But either way, they're still here, and we loving it. And you're right, I had to park in the back. But what a wonderful, wonderful crowd. And it's good to see everybody out here at Johnny's Pizza on the Parkway. You guys, I know it's a little bit late, but if you're just driving around thinking, man, I'm hungry, get on out here and get you some garlic cheese knots here at Johnny's Pizza here on the Parkway. Well, it's a good day today, Coach. We had two victories, one from Long Cane at the 8th grade team beat the Callaway 8th grade. And then your JV team later today wind up beating Heard County today. So two good victories.
Yeah, it was a pretty busy day. We had practice, varsity practice. We sent a group of coaches down to Long Cane to watch them win 30-6 over Callaway. And then we sent half of our staff over to the JV game, and our JV team beat Heard 42-22. So that was good. And the good thing about it is both of those teams are throwing it around just like we are, you know, and that's spinning good. That football pretty good right now.
Well, I realize when we're winning, everybody's happy and everybody loves to see you throw it. But as Coach Holt said last week, you know, he went over some numbers. He said, you know, people are talking about us throwing the ball. He said, but, you know, we pass the ball a lot too. I mean, we run the ball a lot too. He said, my number's about 65-35 or 55-45.
Well, wait a minute now. He calls that little thing out in the flats.
Yeah, he calls that a run.
He calls that a run now. And any kind of jet sweep and any of that kind of stuff, you know, he counts that as a pass. So he kind of you got to be careful with Holt.
I wonder if he's listening here.
I'm sure he is. But, I mean, he likes to spin that thing around pretty good now.
Well, you can't complain. You know, I shared something on the Troup High Touchdown Facebook page earlier, and I appreciate you sharing it too. I get a Georgia High School Football Daily email. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you get it as well. And it isolated some quarterbacks. It normally does each week, and it was talking about Montez Crow and the record-setting year that he's had so far, and mm-hmm. he's broken 2 in 4 games. He's already broken twice the single game passing record for Troup High, which says that through the years the Tigers hadn't done a whole lot of passing, at least consistently, and it's just kind of the 3 yards in a cloud of dust football teams. They're still there, they're just not as plentiful as they used to be, and I think it's just kind of a change and guys like you are coming around and looking at new offensive and instead of being able to produce points as well as a good defense.
Right, and my background's triple option. And so I was a split-back beard guy, triple option guy, and that's actually what Troup was doing before I arrived. Mm-hmm. And so I when I assessed the whole program before I took the job, I said, look, if we take this job, one thing, you can't walk in the door and say, hey, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to do it better than they've been doing it, you know, because they really did a pretty good job running that offense. Mm-hmm. So when I hired Coach Holt, I wanted a dramatic change. You know, I want a total different dynamic. And you know, that option piece is still there with all these RPOs and stuff. It's just, you know, playing basketball on grass and getting the ball out in space and on the perimeter and this and that. And the AJC had a good thing about Crow today, if you hadn't seen that. One of the top 10 players in the state to watch right now. And, you know, but he's got some stiff competition coming up with Chapel Hill and Lord knows, been watching that Sandy Creek defense on film, and they'll give you nightmares.
Yeah, they've got 3 kids on the 2 D-line and then a linebacker, Peavy, I think. That's all D1 prospects. So, and of course, we'll get those in a couple of weeks. Obviously, we'll go up and scout them tomorrow night in Chapel Hill and get a chance to see what these guys will bring to the table. But we are now here live at Johnny's Pizza on LaGrange out here on the Parkway. You guys come on out and join us. We're going to take a break here. We're listening to Troup High Coaches Corner. I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with head coach Tanner Glisson, and we'll be back on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
LaGrange knows leadership when they see it. As mayor for 4 years, Jim Thornton has proven he's a leader who cares, who unites people, and who gets things done.
I'm Jim Thornton, and I'm running for re-election to keep bringing new jobs and businesses to our city, to maintain public safety, and to enhance the quality of life for all residents. I'm asking for your vote on November 7th for another term. Learn more about me and my plans at jimthornton.org.
A vote for Jim Thornton is a vote for progress. Let's re-elect Jim Thornton for mayor of LaGrange. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Grange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. When a football team ends up with 12 men on the field, it means somebody forgot to double check. And when you end up paying more for your car insurance than you need, it could also mean somebody forgot to double check. That's why State Farm will do a free discount double check by going through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Because those discounts mean big league savings. It pays to double check. Call your State Farm agent, Matt Orr, on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Side the 20 now to the 18. Okay. Going around the right side handoff. And beautiful place to the 10, 5, push out of bounds right at the 1 yard line. Almost. No, they're going to give it to us. Touchdown, Tigers.
Inside sweep by Tyree Carlisle.
All right, welcome back to. We've had a little technical difficulty, but you know what? Irma will do that to you. Anybody named Irma, it's kind of like Andrew. Anybody named Andrew or Irma, they're going to just really create havoc. Because I know a couple of good friends of mine named Andrew, and they just been little hellions growing up. But so I guess we're still experiencing technical difficulty this week. Please stand by. No, we're here live at Johnny's Pizza, and here at LaGrange on the Parkway across from the mall. And there is a tremendous crowd here tonight, Coach Glisson. We're here with the Troup High Coaches Corner we're just talking about football, but we're also going to get into talking about last week's victory over Lamar County Trojans, where final score was 62-10. First half was kind of disappointing in your eyes, and then we kind of come out in the second half, and it just kind of clicked.
Yeah, I thought we kind of were sleepwalking a little bit in the first half, and just we did some things. Going back and looking at it on film, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. We did some things, though. Montez threw a pass and hit a receiver in the face, and it bounced off his face mask for an interception and that kind of thing. And I was just kind of disappointed in that. And I was kind of disappointed in just the overall emotion. A Thursday night game, really, I felt like our team thought it was an opponent that we kind of, thought we should beat, fairly handily, I guess. And so that was kind of disappointing. But, as we got going a little bit, and I pitched a little fit at halftime and kind of got their attention. But after that, it was pretty good. We returned 2 punts for touchdowns in the third quarter and got all our guys in, and it was all good.
Well, it does. But, sometimes you have to get their attention when things are maybe not going like you want it to go. But it's okay to do that.
Well, it's just about execution. You want to execute regardless if you're up 50, down 50, no matter what the scoreboard says. It's all based on execution.
Right.
And to do things and execute it the way you drew it up in practice and the way you did it all week, and the way you worked on things. And there's only one way to do it, and it's the right way. And so when you don't do the things the right way, regardless, you're not going to get a good result.
Well, speaking of doing things the right way, I've complimented you several weeks now, going back to even last year, how well you do your substitutions. You get your D2s in, or your number twos, like I say, D2. I'm thinking college recruiting.
Well, they are D2s right now.
And you don't just wholesale bring them in. You filter them in so they get a chance to play with the number ones. And to me, that's a huge confidence boost when they're out there. Like Lawson comes in, takes snaps with the first string line, and your D line comes in. You rotate them in all the time anyway, so it's wonderful to see.
I can remember being a high school player, and it's been a number of years ago now, but being a quarterback, and before you become a starter, you're obviously the backup quarterback in most cases, and going in against a very green offensive line and almost getting your head knocked off. And so you want that backup quarterback, if you ever have to put him in a tight situation, to have some confidence and have some continuity with the guys. And, he's probably going to be the heir apparent next year to Crow. And with an offense that's only losing 3 starters, he needs to step in next year and be able to sling it.
That's right. So it's not like he needs to learn the system next year. He needs to be
already. Needs to learn it now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
And these first 4 games have given him that opportunity to get some decent playing time, and along with you've rotated in your offensive line. You see coaches doing a lot more with the defensive line, rotating guys in, than you do necessarily the offensive line. But I've watched you bring in some guys on the offensive line.
Yeah, really and truly, in that first unit, we only like to go about 7 deep. With our first 5 guys, and then a backup for the tackle positions, and a backup for the guard center position. And so we only like to really rotate. So you can't rotate too many offensive linemen. Number one, they're not quite ready. Number two, it kind of breaks the continuity. Defensive line is a lot easier to roll that in. So, you kind of groom those offensive linemen in waves. 7 right now, the 7 behind them, which is your JV guys, and you got 7 babies down there about the 9th grade level, that you're trying to get up. And it doesn't ever work out that way, but you like to stay about 7 or 8. Very, very seldom in high school football, I think, or my experience in 19 years, have we had – 10 quality offensive linemen. Usually there's a pretty good drop-off about, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's usually because of youth. It's usually because of your classes, your seniors, your juniors, your sophomores, and so on.
Well, speaking of personnel, I wanted to get on Kenley Bridwell was injured the other night. How's he doing?
Kenley fractured a rib. I think if I don't want to give out too much information, but I think it was maybe the 11th rib. It caused him a great deal of pain when he breathes, when he runs. But he's a soldier now. He'll play. And we're resting him this week. May rest him a little bit next week. I don't want to give too much away from Chapel Hill. But watching Luke Purnell play today, I think he caught 2 touchdown passes down at the JV level. Did some really good things. I think he may have had 6 or 7 catches. Hopefully he's the heir apparent to Kenley Bridwell. He and Tidwell, so both of those 2 guys. So we'll kind of see, but I would fully expect Kenley to play if we need him. He's just that kind of competitor. You almost have to have surgery and cut his arm off for him not to play. And so we'll get him all taped up and rib protector and all that fun stuff.
Well, and speaking of along with injuries, I know Jackson Davis has been out for a while. And how's Jackson doing in his recuperation?
Jackson plays the running back position, obviously, and that's a bad position to have a leg injury. It's a little bit easier if you have a leg injury at another position, but when you have that football in your hand, you got 11 defensive guys coming to knock your head off. And I just really am careful with our running back injuries. And he had a deep thigh bruise where he could only run about 80%. And you just never it's hard enough when you're 100%. But you put a ball in the hands of a runner who is 80%, now he's taking head shots. There's more likelihood of a concussion. There's more likelihood of getting a real good lick on him. And so we're just very cautious with that. He had a last couple of days of practice have been good for him. I had to get him on a little bit this morning in the weight room and different things like that. And Jackson's, he understands my expectations, and when he is fully healthy and he meets those expectations, he'll get more carries.
Well, I think he will appreciate it for sure. That if you bring a kid back too soon, like you said, you're susceptible for other injuries because you tend to compensate for the injury that you do have.
Correct.
And then you wind yourself getting in a vicarious position and becoming injured again. And things like a deep thigh bruise or a hamstring or even a calf muscle or even a high ankle sprain, they're just they take time to heal.
Yeah. And you want to put those, especially those running backs out there, you want them to be full speed.
I agree. Yeah. Well, speaking of time, hey, you're listening to Troup High Coaches Corner here live at Johnny's Pizza on the Parkway in LaGrange on Eagle Sports. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Here's Perry Prather, head pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy.
All right, we have the flu shots in. We're going to start giving the flu shots out as of September 1 until we're through with the flu season. We have now the high dose in for 65 and older, and we're able to give flu shots to anyone 13 and older. And keep in mind, Coleman, that if any large group of people that has, 20 or more shots, if they want to give us a call, we'll be glad to set up a time to do the flu shots on site.
Locally owned. That's Holmes Pharmacy, Commerce Avenue on LaGrange and in Hamilton.
Calling all area coaches. Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches. Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Some combinations were just meant to go together. Chips and salsa, refrigerator and freezer, the internet and cat videos. At State Farm, there's another combination meant to go together, home and auto. As in combining your home and auto insurance with one agent, which leads to another combination, saving dollars and cents. Your State Farm agent is here to help life go right. Combine home and auto and see how much you can save.
Visit your LaGrange State Farm agent, Mabel Smith Sharp, online at letmabelquote.com.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank. Same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Montez Crow will have a back just to his left. And Carlisle, he'll roll him back to his right now. Twins to the top. Takes a snap. Looking, going to throw across the middle of the field. We've been successful this one all game long. We're going to go to the end zone on this one. 10, 5, touchdown, Tigers.
Mark Anthony Dixon on the inside slant, got behind the linebackers, made the nice catch, and broke a tackle immediately off to the races, and that's what they needed.
Welcome back to Troup High Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with head coach Tanner Glisson. And that's just one highlight that we had of many last Friday night. It was Friday night. It's been a long time ago.
Thursday night, wasn't it?
Thursday. Hurricanes come along.
Yep.
It's been kind of a crazy week. And then we were supposed to be here Monday night, and we turned around and we postponed it till the night. And it doesn't matter what night you pick out here at Johnny's Pizzas. It's always a good crowd. You guys, hug up to me, Coach. Get it on over here.
Close.
But We had a good ball game Thursday night and a good Thursday night crowd. I know we talk about it each week, but it's something special when you look up in the stands and you've got 80-90% of the capacity there, and it's just nice. In the student sections, man, these kids are really enjoying it this year.
You know what you call that, right? Winning.
Yes, that's right. Winning solves a lot of ills.
When you win, people come watch you play, and especially us throwing the ball as much as we throw it. I think it's probably fun to watch, and really, really hope that we take a big crowd up Chapel Hill, because that is a huge game for us on the road. It'll be a very athletic Chapel Hill team. They are 2-1 right now. They got beat last week by Stars Mill, who has a really, really good football team, and that was 28-21 right there at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good football game. And so that's going to be a big challenge for us. We need to, if we want to be an elite program and we want to be a top program, we got to travel well on the road. We need fans there. We need, all that, plays into the whole thing of your entire program.
Absolutely.
And so if we want to be elite, then we need to act like we're elite. We need to take a great crowd, and we have so far everywhere we've been. So that'd be another good opportunity.
Well, you mentioned program versus a great team.
Correct.
That this the whole encompasses the whole thing, and yeah, we can't be any more prouder than of these Tiger fans as the home field as well as and travel. It's been nice to see that, even on a Saturday morning game.
Oh yes,
man, what a great crowd
good.
Came down to Connect Stadium a few weeks back.
Well, I tell you this: if we travel up there to Chapel Hill, and then turn around the next week, you have a home game against Sandy Creek. Those are two pretty good tests right there.
Absolutely.
So you ought to get your money's worth on both of those, I would think.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that, Coach. We are tonight. It's Thursday night. We're live here at Johnny's Pizza on the Parkway in LaGrange. Before we go any further, let me mention Tiger Talk. If you guys came in, thought you was going to hear Rob Bramlett along with some of the coaches, you listen to Greg Hicks? I'm almost a Rob Bramlett. You think? And you're almost Gus Malzahn? No, you better than Gus Malzahn. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man, come on now.
I'm an Auburn fan. I'm just messing with you.
Gus is a buddy of mine now.
He's my buddy. I've never met him, but he's my buddy.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. They played a good ball game the other night. That was a tough environment for them. Now I know you're going to put a plug in on that, but that was a tough environment to go into Clemson.
One of the toughest defensive lines in the country. And, Auburn's got a pretty good defensive unit themselves. Offensively, we kind of suffering there on a couple of freshmen, if you will, or first-year offensive linemen, and it showed when you go on against one of the best in the country. But enough of that. We may get more text tonight than we want when it gets to the college football. But speaking of Tiger Talk, you guys stay tuned, because immediately following the coach and I here, the Tiger Talk will be coming on. So you guys hang out and enjoy some talk about the Auburn Tigers. But speaking of Tigers, let's get back to the Troup Tigers, and we're off this week. Tonight is Thursday night, so we're taking a bye week. I can't say
we're not off this week. We're bye week tomorrow night.
That's what I meant.
This week's over with pretty much. We'll practice tomorrow, but we'll be off. Right. We will not play tomorrow night. But
I didn't mean to say off. Saturday you said no, we're not off. It's just a bye week because we're working all week.
That gets under my skin when we say off.
It's just old habits. It's like they don't practice all week. No, you practice all week. With that, hey, speaking of practice and being off, we're going to take a break here. You're listening to Troup High Coaches Corner live from Johnny's Pizza on the Parkway on Eagle Sports, and we'll be right back.
Deciding to sell or buy a home, it's a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
LaGrange knows leadership when they see it. As mayor for 4 years, Jim Thornton has proven he's a leader who cares, who unites people, and who gets things done.
I'm Jim Thornton, and I'm running for re-election to keep bringing new jobs and businesses to our city, to maintain public safety, and to enhance the quality of life for all residents. I'm asking for your vote on November 7th for another term. Learn more about me and my plans at jimthornton.org.
A vote for Jim Thornton is a vote for progress. Let's re-elect Jim Thornton for mayor of LaGrange.
Myrna Painting and Coatings Incorporated is currently looking for painters and painters helpers. You must have 5 years experience, pass a drug test, have a valid driver's license, complete a background check, and provide driving records. Starting pay from $12 to $15 per hour. For more information, call Myrna Painting and Coatings Incorporated at 706-883-8903. Myrna Painting is an equal opportunity employer.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Tara? Are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble, and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy, you know?
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices. See? Mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLNG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Johnny's Pizza, where the Troup High Coach's Corner is live from Johnny's Pizza on the Parkway. And we've been discussing just general football and kind of our victory last week over Lamar County Trojans as they came over to Callaway Stadium and put up a tough first half, and then we made some adjustments halftime and came back and wound up beating them 62-10. And that may be a school record. I'm not quite sure, but I think you've checked them.
All right. It is. And I've been very pleased with our staff's in-game adjustments and halftime adjustments. Series to series, we've made some really good adjustments offensively and defensively and on special teams. And so that's really been good to see. And I think that'll bode well for us down the road a little bit. If you can make those in-game adjustments, that's crucial.
Perfect. We're having a bye week this week. We're not playing tomorrow night. However, we will be out scouting both Sandy Creek and Chapel Hill, our next two opponents. We'll be back live next Monday night here, even though we're not going to have a game to talk about. We'll be sharing some injury updates and maybe some scouting reports on Chapel Hill and Sandy Creek, as I know you fans will be real interested in that. So with that being said, we're going to call it a night here for Troup High Coach's Corner. Head coach Tanner Glisson. I'm your host, Greg Hicks. We will see you Monday night on the radio.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step